Hello, I'm Julie Tupler and I would like to introduce you to my diastometer. The purpose of the diastometer is to measure the distance between the two separated muscles with this belt, and the finger cut to measure the condition of the connective tissue. Normally, a diastasis is measured with your fingers, but because people have different finger sizes and because it's difficult to measure a diastasis over 10 fingers because you have to spread your fingers, it's very difficult to get a correct reading. So I have created this diastometer to get a more standardized method of checking for diastasis recti in centimeters. This is my friend Gayatri, and I'm going to show you how to put it on from a standing position. Now, the way you put it on depends upon if you're checking yourself or if somebody else is checking you. So if she's checking herself, then the word belly button and the numbers are going to be facing up, facing her. And the little belly button goes right over the belly button here, okay? And then I'm going to have her turn around so that you can see what I'm doing in the back, okay? Now, this stretches to accommodate for larger people, and this is very long. She doesn't need it to be that long, so she could cut it to fit her, okay? But for now, I'm just going to fold it back and make it smaller for her here. And then we're going to put it, and it doesn't have to be too tight so that we can move it around a little bit, okay? So come around. So this is if she were checking it herself. The numbers are facing up, and the word belly button is facing her. If I was checking her, then the belt would be facing down with the numbers and the word belly button facing me. So now we're going to go ahead and show you how to check for a diastasis in a back-lying position using the diastometer belt and the finger cut. And now I'm going to demonstrate how to use both parts of the diastometer. I'm going to start first with the finger cut. I'm going to be checking the diastasis in 3 places. I'm going to be checking above the belly button, halfway between the bottom of the sternum and the belly button, and then below, halfway between the belly button and the pubic bone, and at the belly button. Whenever you're checking for a diastasis, it's important to have the person do 2 things. Relax the abdominal muscles, and then when the head comes up, it just comes up a little bit. Sometimes you might have to have them come up and down a couple of times so you feel the movement of the muscles. You want to check the diastasis when it's the largest. So when the muscles first start to move, that's when you want to get your reading. If you come up too high, the muscles will come together and it'll make the diastasis appear smaller than it is. So I'm going to first check. I'm going to put my finger, so relax the muscles, all right? I'm going to go halfway between, relax the muscles and come up. And what we're looking for is where the skin comes to the finger cut, all right? Now, her connective tissue is very strong. So it comes right over here on the one which is shallow. When you go in the belly button, because the belly button's there, it's always going to be a little bit deeper there. So so relax your muscles and just come up a little bit. And you see when you bring that there, it goes down a little bit deeper, and you're wanting to see where the skin touches the diastometer, and this comes on the 2, and bring your head down, which is still shallow. Okay, so it's 2 centimeters here, and it was 1 centimeter here, and now I'm going to go down here and come up, relax the muscles, and bring your head down, and that's at 1 centimeter also. So her connective tissue is shallow. That's the condition of the connective tissue. The shallower the connective tissue, the stronger the connective tissue. The deeper your finger goes, the weaker the connective tissue. So your goal is to have shallow connective tissue. Now we are going to be checking the distance between the 2 muscles. Again, we want the person to relax the muscles and just come up a little bit. And initially, as I said before, you'll want to have them come up and down so that you can feel the movement of the muscles, and you want to check it when the muscles first start to move. Now, if they come up, so come up, just come up. If I would, and bring your head down, if I would see a half football-like bulge, I would know that I would need, that it's going to be at least 2 hands wide, okay? If I see a bulging belly button, I will think that the diastasis is going to be on the larger side. So I'm going to check in the same 3 places, okay? So relax the, now the belt is on here, all right? The belly button is facing me and the numbers are facing me so I can see. And as soon as I feel the ridge, I'm going to have her go up and down, come up, and I'm going to feel where the ridge is on one side. I'm going to see how many centimeters it is. And then I'm going to have her come up again and feel the ridge and see what it is in centimeters. And then I add the 2 together, and I know the distance between her 2 muscles in centimeters. And I'm going to check it in the same place that I checked with the finger cut. All right, so I'm going to use my hand to do this, and then I'm going to put, and when I feel it with my hand, all right, then I'm going to put the little gray slider wherever my baby finger is. So relax the muscles, and just relax the muscles, and come up, just come up a little bit. All right, and I'm going to move this over to where my baby finger is, all right, and then come down. And then I'm going to get the other one and come up. Just relax the muscles. So I'm going to be using my baby finger on the left side and my pointy finger on the right side. So on the right side it's 3 centimeters, and on the left side it's 4 centimeters. So she has a 7 centimeter diastasis right above here. Now I'm going to check at the belly button. I can leave this in the same place. Relax the muscles. Just relax the muscles. And come up. Come up. And just relax the muscles. And come down. Come down. And come up again. Come up again. Okay, good. And come down. And then come up again. I'm going to get the other side. Okay. So it's a little bit smaller. Put the head down. It's a little bit smaller in the middle. Here it's about 2.5, and here it's about 3.5 on this side. Okay? Now I'm going to check down below, halfway between the pubic bone and the belly button. All right? Just relax the abdominals and come up. Okay? And come down. And then come up again. Come up. Okay, and come down. And it's a little bit smaller down below here. And this one, it's a 2 on this side, and this one, it's a 3 on this side. All right, so it's 5 centimeters. Now, if somebody has a larger diastasis, you might need to put 2 hands here, and then it would go, you might need to put 2 hands here to feel the ridge of the muscle on one side. Okay? And then we'd go on the other side, and then on each time with a larger diastasis, it would be where the baby finger is on each side. And then we would do that in the same location above the belly button, halfway between the bottom of the sternum and the belly button, at the belly button, and then below the belly button, halfway between the pubic bone and the belly button. And now I'm going to check myself for a diastasis. I don't have one, but I'm going to pretend like I do. The belt is on me, and if I lift my head, I would be able to see the word belly button, and I would be able to see the numbers on each side. All right? So I'm going to check myself for the distance first. So I'm going to check myself first, halfway between the bottom of the sternum and my belly button, which is right here. So I'm going to move the diastometer up just a little bit, and then I'm going to check myself with one hand. I'm going to come up and down a couple times. Remember, relax the muscles before you start, because if you engage them, then the muscles come together. And the higher I come, the muscles come together. So I want to make sure that I just come up and down a little bit, and we want to test where it is when the muscles first start to move. So I'm going to come up and down, and now I feel it moving right there. And then I'm going to take the thing, and I'm going to put it right here where my baby finger is, and I'm going to come down. and then I'm going to come up again, and I'm going to take this ring and I'm going to move it to where I feel the inner ridge of the muscle over here, and then I'm going to come down. Then I'm going to lift up one more time, and I'm going to look, and I'm saying, okay, it's 2 on the right and 2 on the left, so it's 4 centimeters. So I'm going to write 4 centimeters on the top. I will be doing the same thing at the belly button, and I'll be moving it down and do the same thing halfway between the belly button and the pubic bone. Now remember, when you're doing this, relax the muscles before you bring your head up, and don't come up too high. But in order to feel the inner ridges of the muscles moving, you want to come up and down a couple of times. And now I'm going to check the condition of the connective tissue with the finger cut. As you can see, on one side of the ruler we have shallow, shallow medium, medium, medium deep, and deep. And on the other side we have those measurements in centimeters. I'm going to have the numbers on the ruler facing me. If somebody was checking me, then the numbers would be facing them. I'm going to check in 3 places. From the bottom of the sternum, halfway between the bottom of the sternum and the belly button on top, at the belly button, and then halfway between the pubic bone and the belly button. So the first one, I'm going to relax my abdominal muscles and come up just a little bit. And you see where the skin meets the finger cut, and it's at a 1, so it's shallow. And then I'm going to go in the belly button, and of course it's going to be deeper because you have your belly button there. Okay, and I'm going to come up, and this one is on 2, and I come down, right, it's still shallow. And then I go on the bottom, come up, and see where the skin is, and it's at 2, and I come down. I hold my transverse in, keep my head on the floor, and I roll to the side, and then I write down the condition of the connective tissue at the top, the middle, and the bottom. I can write it in centimeters, or I can write shallow, shallow medium, medium, medium deep, or deep, as per on the side. I hope this video was helpful to you, and if you have any more questions on the diastometer, please feel free to email us.